What breathing exercises? So I like to do this coherence breathing. I do it not sometimes in the evening before I go to bed. Like I lie in my bed and before sleeping because it's like calms me down. I also do this happiness. What Tom Seekers told us, the world champion, or one of the world champions, of the world record holder. So going to my happy place and trying to hold my breath for a little bit. But in essence, I like to do like more, but it's more for the advanced freedivers, like doing, if you're training for a competition, you know these static bikes where you cycle and you hold your breath during cycling. So it's kind of very exhausting. It's like an interval training. So it's like when you, let's say, training for competition. But it's not what I would do for beginners. But for beginners, I would say you hold your breath like for 1 minute, then you breathe for 2 minutes, let's say. Then you hold your breath for 1 minute and 15 seconds, breathe for 1 minute. So you can extend your breath hold, for example, or do it the other way around. You say you hold your breath for 1 minute 30, breathe 2 minutes. Then you hold your breath for like 1 minute 30 and breathe 1 minute 50 seconds. So you can just shorten the breathing time or the lengthen the breath hold time.
Welcome to Take a Deep Breath. My name is Mike Maher. I'm a breath coach. I have a question for you. What is the longest you can hold your breath? Now, for me, I managed to get to about 3 minutes, and that was pretty tough. But today's guest is a freediver from Austria who I met on a freediving retreat, and she held her breath in front of me for over 6 minutes, and it blew my mind. Her name is Christine. She's known to some as the Austrian mermaid, and she's just a wonderful human. And I just wanted to sit down with her and pick her brains about how she got into this, why she does it. And so in this podcast, expect to learn about the relaxing benefits of breath holds, how it's great for our mental health, what you can learn from being a freediver, how you could get into that sport and how it translates to other things in our lives. And we do have a cheeky breath hold competition, but I don't think it's going to be too hard for you to guess who won that competition. It wasn't me. So enjoy this podcast. If you could do one thing for me before we get started, if you could hit the subscribe button or the follow button, that would mean the world to me. And let's just get on with the conversation. Here's Christine. So thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a real honour to talk to the mermaid of Austria.
Yeah, it's my title.
Yeah, you decided that. And I want to understand a bit about like your journey and how you got into the breathing side of things and stuff. So maybe if you start by telling us how did you start to become a freediver?
Okay, so like as a child, I learned to swim when I was like, I guess 2.5 years old already, and I managed to swim when I was 3, I guess, around that kind of age. And I was like a child was shivering in the water but didn't want to come out. So I was more underwater than above. And so I watched with my friends this mermaid series called H2O. They're from Australia, I guess, and they were diving with these beautiful fins and tails. And so I decided, why I want to have a fin and a tail like that too. And my mom got me like a plastic monofin for the birthday, and so I was swimming with that. So, but I was a very sporty person, and I always was in love with the ocean, and so I figured out this is like a real sport and there are competitions and stuff. So I got into the topic and I wrote some books and watched some videos online, and then we went in the Caribbean Sea, in Bonaire. This is an island of the Netherlands. Antilles or something, and there I wrote like freediving school, and I was like, I want to do it. And my mom was like, no, she shouldn't see that because it's so she didn't like me to do freediving because it sounded dangerous and stuff. But this was school of a world record holder back then, Carlos Costa, and I already had my big monofin. It was like let's say more original freediving monofin, and I dove with the monofin like 15 meters or something, but not more. So Carlos Costa was training me then, and I was 16 years old by then. It was 2000 and I don't know, 16, 17 something, or 15, I don't know. But nevertheless, after 3 days, I got to 30 meters depth, and I was just 16 years old. So this was incredible for me, and a really, really awesome experience, majestic experience. But really, my first contact with water, like going down deep, was like I was 12 years old, and we were sailing in Turkey with a friend of my mom and another kid, and I don't know why, but they were anchoring like really deep, like about 18 meters, and the parents and the adults weren't sure if the anchor is like fixed on the bottom so we can stay the night there. And they tried to dive down but failed. And I was like, yeah, I'm just 12 years old, I just try it, this little scuba fins and just snorkel and mask, knowing nothing about equalization or just trying. And I dove down, something it hurts a little bit, I do something with my nose, works, okay, down again, and I was like, the anchor, okay, well, and back up again, it's fixed in the bottom, so good. So it was like 12 years old and diving to 18 meters, just like that.
Yeah.
My first free diving experience. Cool. And so after the course of Carlos Costa, I started doing the courses in Austria, like the beginners and the advanced, and the assistant instructor course. And yeah, I'm now helping out my president of our freediving club in Austria, teaching courses, especially with the Monofin, like these big mermaid fins. You can see that's why I'm called the Mermaid of Austria. And I want to spread the love for the ocean and being underwater, because it's such a nice activity and really relaxing.
Beautiful. That's really nice. So let's break that down a little bit. So you were 2.5 when you saw the mermaid cartoon.
Yeah.
And you were about 12 when you did your... So just for people that have never heard about freediving, how would you define freediving? What is it?
I would define freediving, I have my own definition of freediving. It's like a slogan for me. It's like just meditation or yoga underwater, and I like this very much because in a way you have to relax just like that, because if you're down there and not relaxed and stressing out, then you consume so much oxygen so you can't stay underwater long. So it's like a little bit of meditating underwater, let's say, but it's just, in the essence, it's just holding your breath so long that you can stay underwater and go deeper than like normal people do, in the essence, it's like that. But it's like not just a hobby, it's just a lifestyle. I mean, we freedivers are not all yogis and vegans, and we have also people who drink a bit of alcohol, maybe some smoke of us, so we're just normal people loving the ocean and loving to challenge our limits, to go to maybe meet them as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Cool. And so it's basically a bit like scuba but with no oxygen tanks.
Yeah, that's true. In the essence, it's just holding your breath, just not having oxygen on the back like the tanks scubas, and no regulator or something in the mouth, just fins, or no fins, a mask, a snorkel, and just going down and with one breath.
Holding your breath. Go down. And what happened today? You set your personal best breath hold?
Yeah, so I managed to do 5 minutes 21 seconds today.
So good.
And I don't like really statics so much, because it's like, for me, it's difficult to relax and calm my mind, because there's so many thoughts going on, and to be calm and calm the thoughts down is really difficult for me. So I'm very proud that I managed to get over 5 minutes. And it's all like through relaxation, actually.
Incredible.
Yeah, and just breathing, like expanding the lung capacity. And
So for people that are watching this now, there was no hyperventilation.
Yeah.
There was no Wim Hof or anything else.
No.
This was just you at the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
Breathing nice and slowly.
Yeah.
And then taking one breath in and did 5 minutes and 11 seconds, 5 minutes and
21.
5:21. So you did that to me, because I was like, oh, you got 3:12. No, I got 3:14.
Yeah, I know.
Extra seconds are very important. Yeah.
I know.
So 5:21.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's your best static
Ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
How? What are you doing? How did that happen?
How did it happen?
What are you doing in your body? Tell me about your mind and your body, and I really want to know.
Yeah, I know.
Explain to you that's never going to how this is even possible.
Hey, I just wanted to pause from Christine for 2 seconds just to let you know that the doors are still open for the Take a Deeper Breath community. a place for breathwork enthusiasts where we can breathe together, have a load of fun. You get access to my functional breathing course straight away, which is like $500. You get loads of goodies in there as well. And that's not even the community. The community is like a really active forum. There's no sad Facebook groups. We're going live almost every single day. Each month we have a different challenge. So you can spend as little or as much time as you want in this community, but it will do one thing for you. It'll help you breathe better. It'll give you accountability. It'll give you focus. And it will give you some structure. So I would love for you to come in and give us a try. Like I say, it's a 7-day risk-free trial. You can come in if you don't like it, no problem, but you will love it. I look forward to seeing you inside there. And let's crack back on with the podcast. Here's Christine.
Yeah, so it's possible that you kind of, it's not a trance you go in, because a trance is like really something really deep, but you set your body and your mind in a state of really calm, like stillness, I would say. So for me, for example, like I would do it is I like to be in the water and have my face in the water, because as you might know, or people might know, we have here the receptors, and these, if they get in contact with water, they trigger the diving reflex, and so your heart rate slows down, your metabolism slows down, and so your body is used to like hold the breath more. So I like to stay in the water, and I like the water. So I take my snorkel and just take some deep breaths, and this can also be perfectly combined with coherence breathing, like 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, and I do this until I feel it comfortable, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes or so, and then I start getting on my mask, and I do it with a nose clip because my face then stays more underwater, and then I go back to breathing, like really more belly breathing. And then I try to think and really imagine myself in a place where I feel very happy and safe and cozy. And that for me is my occasion in February in the Maldives.
Okay.
In beautiful turquoise water, swimming with turtles and manta rays and sharks, and just relaxing and being so happy. And it's just a place I try to imagine. And yeah, and then we take final inhalations, and this would be like really breathe into your belly, like you would be like a pregnant woman, or imagine a balloon here, and then filling up the chest until you feel it here, kind of, and then really straighten your chest and everything, and then dive in, and then the easygoing phase starts. So you're like, for everybody's different. For me, it's, for example, like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes where I don't feel anything. And afterwards, then the urge to breathe comes again. So, and then it's about how can you fight that, or how can you push it a little bit longer. So no, you don't get out of the water. You just keep holding your breath. And yeah, I try to stay in this happy place.
Okay.
And just relax. And it always has to have a nice body with you, which knows you well and which calms you down, like with soothing words, like you got this and you're almost there, just give me 10 more seconds, something like that.
Yeah, incredible. What percentage of that breath hold do you think is to do with your psychology?
I would say actually 70%.
Wow. Okay.
I would say 75% at least, because for me at least, because if you're like in a trained stage, because I'm like at a 12th freediver and assistant instructor right now. So for beginners, it might be first developing the capacity and the CO2, managing the CO2 levels, the O2 levels. But when you get, let's say, to 4 minutes or 3 minutes, then it's the most things about relaxation.
Okay.
And just mental.
Yeah.
Also mental strength and also mental relaxation.
Yeah.
Really.
Mental relaxation. So
yeah.
Why'd you do this?
Freediving, I mean, because the water is the only place where I feel total stillness, like silence in myself. I mean, you hear in the water like the boats or anything, but it's the only place which calms me down. Like really, if I'm like underwater, it's way better than just laying on the surface. Down there, like 50 meters below the surface and looking up is just incredible, and it's so calm. And it's because nowadays we are like pressured by so much like social media, advertisement, like so much to see, so to hear, and like in the water, there's nothing else than your heartbeat and maybe the crashing of the waves or just bubbles or whatever. And so it's the place where I can really relax and get to my inner self, actually. And it's just about going into the deep and, like I said, like a meditation on the water and finding to my inner self and my inner body connection. Because if you go down, let's say, even 10 meters, you have to rely on your body and you have to know your body well, because if something happens, then you have to know what you're gonna do. And if you're just going to 40 meters, you can't just do it like, I try it something, because you have to know your bodies, that your body will do that, and we can do that. So trust the process in the body.
Yeah. As for people that have never done this before, they're probably thinking, how is that relaxing with no air? 51 meters?
51 meters.
51 meters, which is the size of like 3 houses in the UK.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like really like high.
Yeah, I know.
And deep, yeah.
It's like next to my flat where I live, there's like a big building. It's like, I guess, 20 meters high. And I was like looking up, like I dove this down like more than double. It's crazy to just compare it and back up again. So it's like 102 meters then. How is this relaxing? It's like the static breath hold. You calm yourself, or you set your mind and your body in this kind of calm state that relaxes you, and you just try to enjoy the water and going down, because your body changes. Like the pressure increases like 10 meter 1 atmosphere. What was called 8 atm.
What was that?
But bar is in German, but I think ATM is it in English or whatever. So it increases. So like in 30 meters, your lung is like when you exhaled totally. So your body changes, and your mental focus changes, and it gets darker than light, and it's beautiful. It's like a journey.
Yeah. That's very cool. It's very cool. So I've done maybe 5 meters so far, and already I think the pressure is nice, because you do feel kind of like
you can hug.
Pressure's everywhere, but not my ears. That's too much pressure. But, yesterday I kind of had a little look around underwater. I was like, this is really nice. And you look up and you see the glimmers and stuff, so I can kind of understand a little bit. And
it's good if you can hold your breath for like longer, and you see like, wow, there is a, I don't know, dolphin or shark or eagle ray or a shell or whatever. You can stay there watching it and don't like have your heart rate going up and just, I have to get up. No, I can just relax and watch this beautiful animal. And
nice.
Yeah, that's very beautiful.
Very cool. So what sort of breathing exercises do you do on a regular basis?
What breathing exercises? So I like to do this coherence breathing. I do it sometimes in the evening before I go to bed. Like I lie in my bed and before sleeping, because it's like calms me down. And I also do this happiness, what Tom Seekers told us, the world champion, or one of the world champions, the world record holder. So going to my happy place and trying to hold my breath for a little bit. But in essence, I like to do like more, but it's more for the advanced freedivers, like doing if you're training for a competition, these static bikes where you cycle and you hold your breath during cycling. So it's kind of very exhausting. It's like an interval training. So it's like when you let's say training for competition, but it's not what I would do for beginners. But for beginners, I would say there are these like exercises where you just say you hold your breath like for 1 minute, then you breathe for 2 minutes, let's say. Then you hold your breath for 1 minute and 15 seconds, breathe for a minute. So you can extend your breath hold, for example, or do it the other way around. You say you hold your breath for 1 minute 30, breathe 2 minutes. Then you hold your breath for like 1 minute 30 and breathe 1 minute 50 seconds. So you can just shorten the breathing time or the lengthen the breath hold time. So this was like when I was a beginner, I started with that, and just mental relaxation. And what also helps is like this muscle relaxation. So in the water, when I hold my breath for 5 minutes, the first part of my journey, let's say, It's like I go through every tissue, every muscle in my body. Is my head relaxed? Is are my shoulders relaxed? And if not, I try to just let them go. So it's also nice.
Cool. So the body scan.
Body scan, yes.
And then just like focus.
Yeah.
And then you have a nice positive thought process when it's getting a bit hard.
Yeah.
Keep them in the nose. Okay.
That's it.
And when was that? Can you remember the first time you timed your breath hold? Like, were you maybe like 12 or 15? First time you how long did you hold your breath?
Yeah. It was like, 10, 12 years old, and with like 30 seconds, something, 40 seconds, but in the water when I was down there, it was 1 minute something.
Okay.
So it's always been like that. And on the water, it's way easier because you get a little bit distracted. You see the bubbles, you see the sea floor, you see the animals. You're like focused on spinning and the correct technique and everything. So you so much to do actually. And equalization also.
Yeah.
I often forgot this because I'm doing hand-free sometimes. It's not. I kind of like swallow a little bit. I don't know, like. I pumps the ears, I don't know.
Yeah. And apparently that's quite rare.
Yeah, that's rare.
So it's like very special equalization. Very cool. Yeah.
So I forgot something sometimes too. There's something called equalization. I have to do that.
You don't need to do it.
Because it's just acid.
And so for people that don't know what equalization is, can you just explain that?
Yeah, so equalization is you have, if you go down and the pressure increases, it increases mostly on your capacities with air, and it's like in the ears there's these what's called eardrums, and you have to equalize the pressure. That means you're close at the nose, and then as you would push or breathe out through your nose, you press air into your nose, and then the ear plop open. So the ear tubes, I guess, or stasius tubes plop open, and you are doing that. I can't say really how often you do that, like going down to 50 meters or so, but like every 5 meters or every 3 meters, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
So, it's also training. Yeah.
This is the thing I'm really struggling with.
Yeah.
Pressure's so strong. And
I know.
Nothing's happening, but I'm going to practice again tomorrow. And
that's super fun.
Fair practice.
Awesome.
Like you. Okay, and so you're 23 now.
Yeah, I'm 23.
And you're applying for national championships. You've got this coming up. Tell us about that?
So, of course. So the national championship coming up is not the Austrian national one. It's the Germany. From Germany. It's at the end of August. And I'm attempting to break the national records in no fins. And no fins means swimming down without fins and only without oxygen tank, just for breath, of course. And the current record is 38 meters, and so I'm just trying to break that by going deeper.
Yeah. Very cool.
But it's like double time and twice as exhausting as like going with fins, because you have really you have your weight belt, and you have to just swim down. Like there's a special arm stroke technique and everything, so it's quite exhausting, and going back up again as well.
And you get one chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
One chance.
Really.
And it's just not done by just diving down. There are some tags down there. Is like a plastic stuff or like Velcro, which you just put there, and you have to take down there at 40 meters or whatever. You have to take one with you up and show it then to the judges, so that you were there at the
proof.
And also within 15 seconds you have to put off your mask and your nose if you have one, and say, I'm okay. And if you don't manage to do this, or in a different order, or you're just shaking, or you have a blackout or whatever, then you're disqualified.
Wow, it's very, very tough.
Yeah. It is.
Wow. Good luck with this.
Thank you. But actually, it's not my, let's say, favorite discipline, because I'm like the Monofin, and I'm like, it's the mermaid of
what I'll talk about next. Okay. So, perfect. So just reminded me. So talk to me about the Monofin. What is it?
Yeah. The Monofin is like, you imagine these kind of long fins you have, but two separate ones. It's just like merged together, and it's like the fin of a dolphin or like a whale.
Yep.
And it's like this big. Yeah. It's like this big, and you're stuck in it with both feet, and it's like, how do I move with that in the beginning? It's not flexible, and I'm like immobile, so I can't really move. But if you learn it, you're just moving like that. It's like like a wave, like you see the dolphins and the mermaid swimming, and it's just more hydrodynamic, more efficient if you master the style. But until you mastered it, it's just very exhausting. A friend of mine tried it recently. He was like, "How do you do that? It's so exhausting." Yeah.
I've never seen it before. This is the first time.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I'll see it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot of core and lower back strength, because the movement starts from your belly button and the lower back and down your butt and pelvis area, and actually the legs don't do anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just maybe a little bit of the hamstrings a little bit, but it's just swinging with the wave. So there's like a belly wave. You're doing like a belly dancer, and it's just this wave. Yeah, so it's a really nice movement, and it's really fast because there is no space in between where just water is. Yeah, you just push the water and just go down like 3 strokes and you're like a 10 meters or something.
Very cool.
Really, really, I love it. Yeah, it's just.
Is it like a new technology, or has it been around for many years?
It's not been around for many years. Actually, it started, I guess, in the 50s. I would say.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say, but first all divers were just equipped with 2 bifins, or even, let's say, smaller ones. And I remember, because I'm teaching the Monofin too, and I teach my students a little bit of the Monofin history too, that the first Monofin was made of titanium.
Okay.
So it's really heavy.
Yeah.
Really heavy Monofin. I can't imagine swimming with that, because mine is like, it floats and it's heavy. Yeah. It's made out of fiberglass.
Okay.
So the first world records in freediving were just done with the bifins, but then the people realized that it's way more efficient doing it like dolphins do, and so the current world records, the really deep ones, are done by Monofin. That's cool. Yeah.
Is it a different discipline to wear the Monofin, or do you do the same as the people with the single?
Yeah, no, it's different. It's constant weight Monofin and constant weight bifins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think the future looks like for you? What would you like to accomplish in the next sort of 10 years? Any goals?
Actually, I'm happy if I'm like a national champion. Actually, I'm not really planning on being like world champion or something, but who knows in the future. But I really like giving to the people, like teaching people freediving and spreading the love for the ocean and spreading the love for being underwater, because it's such a calming and nice activity, and just also maybe then the people get more awareness for the ocean and maybe also want to protect it and see like the sharks. The sharks aren't let's say, what's it called?
Aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, some are, but they really dangerous and mindless animals that anybody wants to shoot, or that the oceans, So maybe if I can spread the love for the ocean beyond the water, then also the water and the ocean, the lakes will be more protected.
Nice.
And I just want to give my passion for the water and the freediving to the people.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like a mission to protect the water like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the stories about body language and the sharks?
Oh yeah, I can tell the body language. So, if the sharks, for example, they always move like that, and if you like a snorkeler or like a surfer, you're almost at the surface also like that and like splashing around, and so that's not good if you're diving with sharks. If you're diving with sharks, you always have to look them in the eye, because we have the eyes in front and the fishes have the eyes on the side, so they know they just flew if something dangerous appears. But we are also like a predator, actually, because we have the eyes in front. So if you just look at the sharks, they are like, what's that? They are looking at me, they're not turning, they're not running away or swimming away. So what's that? And even if you are in this position, like horizontally and not then vertically and not horizontally, then they see, what's that? Is it dangerous? Is it maybe another shark? What is this? Is it worth a bite, or just sort of stay away? So these are the first steps, and just be self-confident. So they feel they have these also receptors, and they can feel the heartbeat, and they can smell everything. So they're so much more well-equipped than we are in the water, and it's their territory. So you always have to keep in mind that you're entering their territory, and it's not your habitat. So I mean, you are disturbing the shark, not other
Yes,
ones.
be respectful. You're in their house. Yeah.
But if you manage to dive them in so majestic animals, I've driven with sharks and whale sharks and also dolphins, and it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Even when I feel, because as a scuba diver you have these tanks and regulator machines and bubbles everywhere, and the fish know that you are like a strange thing and they don't come near to you. But the freediver, you seem like a fish too. And I had like removed the GoPro, I had problems because there were so many fish. I was like, go away, I want to film the shark. So yeah, but it's like you're a part of the environment, and that's what I really like about it.
That's really cool. So if we come across a shark, then we've got to give them eye contact and kind of go into the horizontal, the
vertical.
Yeah, and the sharks will know, okay.
Yeah, and no splashing. And
splashing, okay. I think I would probably just panic if
I that's no good idea.
I think you're a bit of fish. Food.
Yeah, food. Scared food.
What's your happiest moment of being in the water? One of them.
The happiest, there were so many happy moments, but one of the happiest moments was really, I was diving in Hawaii, and we were jumping into the water because the people on the boat said, like a captain said, there should be a tiger shark or something big somewhere, and on my bucket list was like diving with a whale shark, and I didn't expect to be a whale shark to be there, but there was this big juvenile whale shark, I guess like 10-12 meters long. It was really like a small whale actually, and I was really close to him, but I didn't want to touch it and to disturb it. Maybe he wouldn't have felt it anyways, but I didn't want to, and I was just then behind him, and his fin is like, I don't know, like 2 meters big as a vertical like distance. He was like throwing me away with the water stroke, with the fin stroke. It was so incredible. I was just so feeling so alive and so happy to see this big majestic creature. It's just incredible. It's just a lifetime, once in a lifetime moment.
Once a lifetime moment. Yeah. You had a few of those though.
Yeah.
Do you think that you have any special physical attributes that have helped, or do you think like anybody could learn to do what you're doing, or do you think maybe you've got like bigger lungs, or
no,
or is it something that people could train to do?
Of course, also I believe, and it's also the same what Tom says, or any freediver will say, anybody can learn freediving, because many of the world record holders have a normal lung capacity, or even a small one. It's not about the lung capacity, it's just about training, as I said before, the mental state and relaxation. It's like the three key points which you have to keep in mind. So I really can definitely say everybody can learn this. But of course, being sporty and have a good condition and the love for the water and everything helps.
All helps.
Yeah.
It's like being an athlete. You are an athlete, and you train every day, I'm sure. And
that's true.
Yeah. So you put a lot of hard work into.
And I love it.
And you love it as well. So hard work and love, you've just got perfect.
That's true.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish with a breath hold in a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you to competition. Obviously, I'm not going to win, but it's still fun.
Of course.
But before we do that, is there anything else you wanted to talk about we've not spoke about?
No, I think we covered all everything.
Okay, we can always do another time on Zoom if you want to.
Oh yeah, I think we've covered everything.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe if anybody now says, but how can I do freediving? I'm not living at the sea or something, or the ocean or lake or something. It's always possible also to train in the swimming pools in the public ones. You can just do not dive alone. It's always the rule, just dive with a buddy. If you just want to train your breath, you can do that at home in the bed or at the sofa, which is just no problem. But also you can dive in lakes. I mean, they're colder, you need a wetsuit, but it's also like really beautiful, and you don't have to worry about sharks or anything. So
always good.
Yeah.
That's really nice. So safety first.
Yeah, that's
have your buddy. Try and find a free diving group in your local area, maybe.
Yeah.
But then you can practice the breath holds.
Yeah. And there are so many videos on YouTube and wherever. So there are so many tips and.
Yeah, very good. So we're about to do a breath hold. You're going to teach us how to do a breath hold. Professional freediver.
Of course.
So tell me what we need to do. What's the steps?
Okay. Firstly, I mean, we don't have any warm-up who would do like this relaxation, like this coherence breathing and relaxation, heading into a happy place. But the most essential before we hold our breath is like the last inhale. So it's like a full belly breathing, and then the rest goes into the chest, like really expanding your chest until you like feel it here, and then really suck in the last few air with like through the mouth like a straw, like that, and then just close and hold your breath. And afterwards, if we come up out of the breath hold again, it's important to do our recovery. Hug breathing is called. Hug because you inhale sharply, hold for a second or a little bit, and then exhale passively, so the air just flows out naturally. It looks like that. Yeah, okay. So you do it like 4 or 5 times, and then your body and your blood is then soon oxygenated, and you can soon earlier dive down again.
Just a quick recovery to get oxygen back in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And be exhausted that much then.
Perfect. And if you just show us the preparation for the breath hold.
It's like a full belly breathing, like imagine a balloon blowing up here, and then really straighten, expanding the chest, and then a few last intakes with the straw. Okay. I'm gonna demonstrate it. It's like
there.
So this would be...
That's the recovery piece.
Without the recovery.
Okay. Again. So we're using the mouth. We're sucking in air through the straw. Belly's being inflated like a balloon.
Yeah. And then
the chest. Yeah. And we bring it all the way up here.
Yeah.
And then we hold.
And we hold. That's it.
Okay.
So nothing really difficult, actually.
Okay. Okay. We're going to try one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Ready to lose?
Of course, yeah.
No. You will be the next world champion.
I don't think so. The ship is sailed. But, maybe I can get more of them in it this time.
Let's do it. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so hand in the belly.
Yep.
One on the chest. It helps to focus. And then we just do the inhale in the belly, then in the chest, and then up till you feel it here and just close.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, then let's start.
Damn it. Congratulations. I was never looking. It's been weird for me.
With the hug breathing.
See?
But
it's so much harder.
Yeah, and not in the water is just easier.
Congratulations.
Thank you, but you too? You did your personal best?
Yeah, so in the water I did 3 minutes 14 seconds, which I've never held my breath more than like 2 minutes before.
Yeah.
Ever. And so
wow.
So that was great.
It's really like you say the progression is like not like like yeah.
So my goal when I got here was I want to do 3 minutes. And then today since I came out I was like, I want to do 4 minutes.
Yeah. So it's like ambitious. Ambition comes.
So we'll see what happens. But really great talking to you. Good luck with the nationals. And you have to let us know how you get on. Yeah. You should become national freediving champion. And and we'll speak again. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to see you on the water soon on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. So all the links are down below, so you can check out your Instagram and all that sort of stuff. So people can go and follow you and do all that. Brilliant.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hey, thank you so much for sticking all the way through to the end. It is incredible what we can do with our body. The fact that we can hold our breath for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes is just incredible. And I hope you enjoyed meeting Christine. What a wonderful human being. I just wanted to let you know about a couple of things. Thank you. Obviously, you stuck all the way through till the end. The doors are still open for our Breathwork community. We've got over 100 people in there now. This is not a sad Facebook group. This is a vibrant group of breathwork enthusiasts. About half of them are breathwork instructors. The other half of them are just general people like you and me wanting to breathe better. And we've got a really lovely community. We have a big session every Sunday, which is recorded. I go live almost every day if you want to come and join me for the mini sessions. There's masterclasses in there, functional breathing courses. Basically, the minute you sign up, I just give you a ton of value. There's PDFs in there, MP3s, there's so much stuff. So the link is down below. come and give us a go. Come and give us a try. Come and breathe with us. It's lovely to connect. It's lovely to actually meet you. I'm on Zoom, every day. I'm having wonderful conversations with people that I've been following this channel for nearly 7 years. So come and give us a go. And the last thing is, we always finish this podcast with a breathing exercise. And so this is one of my favorite ones. So enjoy, relax, sit back, process this breathing exercise. And then afterwards, what you're going to do, you're going to come and join me in the Take a Deeper Breath community. All right, cheers. Thanks for watching. Love you to bits. Thanks. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Take a Deep Breath. My name is Mike. I'll be your breathwork coach. And today's breathing exercise is called the psychological sigh, made popular by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman. Now, rather than going into all the science now, I'm going to put a link to his podcast where he talks about this and so much more with breathing. But for now, I want to just get stuck straight into the exercise. This exercise is fantastic for helping down-regulate our nervous system, which basically, fancy terms, means calm us down and let us have lower feelings of stress. Now, who doesn't want that? So let's get stuck straight in. Really, really simple. We're going to breathe in through the nose, and we're going to breathe in 60-70%, and then we're going to do a second inhale, and that's like a sip more of air, and that's going to help open up our lungs. And then we're going to breathe out really nicely and slowly through the mouth, triggering a rest and digest parasympathetic relaxation response. And I'm going to take you through about 10 rounds of this. Now, normally after 2 or 3 you start to feel the effects quite quickly, but you can do all 10 because why not? It helps us relax. So get comfortable, sit up nice and straight, nice and tall, keep that diaphragm as open as possible. Good posture. I'll just guide you through the first one so you can see, and then we'll do them together. So we're going to go in through the nose, and then second time, and then out through the mouth. And you can find your own pace and just use me as a guide. And already I feel calm from that first one, but let's do 10 together now, okay? Hopefully starting to feel a bit calmer. Let's continue. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face muscles, the eye muscles. Let's do 3 more together. Inhale double through the nose and out through the mouth. we'll do a final one together. Really smile your way through this, and as the exhale comes, focus on bringing total relaxation to your body. I already feel so much more relaxed than at the start of this video. I hope you do too. So a final one together. In through the nose. And a sit more. And hold a little and out through the mouth. Total relaxation, total peace. And play with that breath. You know, I've interpreted that from Dr. Andrew Huberman. Play with it however you want. I really like to emphasize that because for me that brings even more relaxation, something about stimulating the vagus nerve through the kind of vocal cords, and it's something that's really powerful just to help down-regulate us, let us feel a bit calmer, a bit more relaxed, and I think we could all do with that today. So your gift, your free exercise, check out Dr. Huberman's full breathing podcast. It's such a good podcast in general, neuroscience. He goes into all sorts of things. He's got a particularly great one with Jack Feldman, which has been studying breath for I think 30 years. So thank you for watching Take a Deep Breath. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, or you'd like to take on my breathing course, which has got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk, check out those links below. And if you'd like to do another breathing exercise, check out this. And maybe you'd be interested in learning a bit more about breathing. There's a fantastic breathing podcast here. Alright, I'll see you on the next video. Take care and remember to breathe. Cheers.